Okay, now once you've made your bottom bow, or your bottom layer of your stacked bow, you're going to do your spikes, which I already cut them while I was waiting for the first video to upload. But I usually, the way I measure them to figure out how long to cut them is I'll take them and I'll pull it off my spool and just kind of lay it across, and it's roughly like 1.5 times the length of your bow. So I've already cut those, so now I'm going to arrange them. And it doesn't really matter how you arrange them, just whatever looks good to you. You hear my daughter crying. I'm sorry, she's fighting her sleep. Okay. So once you kind of have those where you want them and the way you want them to look on your bow, go ahead and take your salon clip, curve side up is really the best way to do it, so that way it's easy to slide them down under there. Whenever you lay your spikes down, I suggest to keep them flat on the ground, just because it's easier. So that's kind of how it's going to look when you put it in your bow. You see what I'm talking about? It's just going to be pinched a little bit in the middle. So go ahead and get your embroidery floss. Excuse me, I'm getting tongue-tied. Get you a little piece of it. Thread it through. I start from the back because I want the knot to be on the back. Don't pull tight. Wait till you get around to the back. So go ahead and string it through one more time. And then wrap it around and pull. Go ahead and tie your knot. The spikes are really easy. It's just taking the time to cut all the ends like you want them and then heat seal them. That's just what takes the longest on the spikes. Okay, so now that that's done, if you want to, you can go ahead and glue it to the base of your bow. It's just whatever you want to do. Sometimes I go ahead and glue them on. Sometimes I'll just make all the different parts and then put them together. If you know, it's better if you go ahead and wait to glue them together if you don't know how your color scheme is you're wanting to do on your bow. And then, you know, at the end, once you get all the different parts made up, you can kind of decide what looks best going where. But I'm going to go ahead and glue this since I know pretty much what we're making and the way it's supposed to look. So this is what you should have so far. You're going to have your spikes and then the base of your bow, and they're going to be glued together. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make these surrounding loops. I have 2 sets on here. Okay. I don't ever cut my thread. I just leave it attached to this, or not my thread. I don't ever cut my really skinny ribbon whenever I get ready to start looping these around and gluing them together, because I don't ever know the exact measurements. I don't like to measure. I don't really care to measure. But what you're going to do is the exact same way you did your boutique bow tie. You're going to do it like the awareness ribbon, but you're going to make sure you've got it at a right angle. If you see what I'm saying here. There's the underside. don't know if you can see that. Okay. So what I do is I take this end and I just glue it. I don't tie these. I just hot glue them together. Then you're gonna have something that looks like this. You're gonna have a loop and then a thing hanging off of it like a little balloon. Okay. Take it again, leaving and never flip it over, and you're gonna have like Mickey Mouse ears here. Go ahead and glue that piece. So then you're gonna have this is what it's gonna look like. And then you're gonna have your tail. Okay, turn your loops to the side like this and just make you another loop like that. Just glue it. And then I like to turn it as I go. So now you're going to have that with a little tail hanging off. This is going to be your last loop. And then I always cut it to where it'll overlap and stick to this part so you don't have two floppy pieces. And you really don't have to heat seal the ends of these. I just do, just because I sell my bows and I don't want any type of fraying at all. So you never know, but I'm going to go ahead and heat seal that and then just glue it together. So this is a surrounding loop. This is what it looks like. That's all there is to it. This is what the inside of it will look like. The way it's turned up, you know, this is, you're going to put it on your bow like this. So now that we've got that color done, I'm going to go ahead and do the lime green set. If I can find my green ribbon. See what my time is on my, okay, gotta hurry up and do this one. And it's really not that hard to make these bows. It's just once you know how to make the different types of bows and, you know, the spikes and the surrounding loops and the you know, double loop toppers and stuff like that. And then you have to kind of figure out in your own style of how to put them together. You know, this is the, you know, one way that I put mine together. I don't put all of them together like this. This is just pretty much like my basic stacked bow. I make some that are a lot more elaborate than this. And I might do a tutorial on some like super over the top bows. Okay, so you're going to have these two. And most of the time it's better to do your smaller set underneath of your bigger set, like the pink loops ended up a little bit smaller than the green. So that way that if you put the green underneath of the pink, they'll cover it up. The green will cover them up and you won't see the pink, and you don't really want that. You want them to stay separated. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those together. And glue them to my bow. So this is what it should look like so far. And it's starting to look a lot like this one, as you can see. Okay, in my next tutorial I'm going to show you how to do the double ribbon bow, or where it's lined on the inside.